From the start, I knew the little green man disliked me. I never truly understood why, mind you, but I could tell the resentment was there. It was so easy to see once you knew how to squint at him, and I looked at the tiny malcontent quite often over the months leading up to the incident. I had seen little green men like him just about everywhere, and for the most part I didn't pay much mind to them. The man at the corner just outside my apartment building, however, simply radiated a sort of hatred that tied my guts into a knot. His roundish, featureless green face might have been completely unreadable to most, but I knew. Oh, I knew. The more I began to accept the fact the little green man wanted me dead, the more I started to notice the strange occurrences. There was an unusual amount of deaths just outside of my building, and I had almost become numb to it. This wasn't the nicest neighborhood, and a fatal bus collision had even vacated the apartment I'd moved into. I wasn't sure at first if the little green man had a part in the laundry list of fatalities just below my window. Now I have no doubt about it. The most telling incident, the one I spoke of earlier, occurred right after I confronted the misanthropic little man. "Look at you," I laughed at first, not even sure if I'd get a rise out of him. "I see you there. I know what you're doing." If anyone had passed at that moment, they might have surely thought I was insane. For all they knew, I was yelling at nothing in particular. No one ever seemed to notice the evil I so easily spotted. "You don't like me?" I continued. "Well, why don't you come over here and do something about it, I thumped my chest a few times like an angry ape and scoffed at the impotent little creature. I knew he'd just stay there where he was, frozen in that odd little position, hating me more and more with each passing moment. After a few seconds, its hand gestured at me. The hand was bright red, in contrast to the little man's green form. I had seen it before, of course, but not like this. That one hand had been held toward me more times than I would have been able to count. This time, however, a single middle digit was raised. I laughed again, shaking my head at the absurdity of the thing. That's what I thought. I sat on the front steps and watched the little green man for a while. Streetlights made it seem as if midnight was merely mid-afternoon. I figured that since I was clearly in no real danger, I might as well make sure he had as bad a night as I had been subjected to recently. "Hey!" I called out as a drunk stumbled past me, barely navigating the sidewalk. He didn't even bother to look my direction. "You might want to go further up the street," I called again. I looked again at the hand, no longer giving me the one-finger salute. The little green man revealed himself to the drunkard, his incredibly simple siren song written just below his feet. "Walk." "Sir, I wouldn't." I started to get my feet, but it was too late. The drunk stumbled into the slick black street, and within half a second he had been flung over the hood of a passing taxicab. The horn honked, the tires screeched, and the wet sound of the skull opening over the pavement followed. I looked back to the sign. The red finger was glowing there once again. I gave the gesture right back.